Let's get specific right now. I don't want generalities. I don't want vague wishes. I want you to get brutally honest with yourself. Where in your life, are you playing small? Where are you holding back? Is it that business idea you've been sitting on for 3 years? Is it the conversation, you need to have with your partner but keep avoiding? Is it the physical transformation you keep pushing to Monday? Right now, I want you to turn to the person next to you. Go on, do it, and look them in the eye and tell them the one place you are waiting for permission. Say it out loud, because once you speak it, it becomes real. That place you just named, that is your certainty threshold. And here is the dangerous game you are playing. Your brain is telling you, I just need a little more information. I just need to be sure this will work. I just need one more sign. But let me expose that lie for what it really is. That need for more information is simply a mask for your fear of failure. It is the mind's cleverest defense mechanism. Because if you never fully commit, you can never fully fail. And if you never fully fail, you never have to face the ego-crushing reality that you might not be as good as you thought you were. So you stay in the research phase. You stay in the planning phase. You read one more book, you watch one more webinar, you update your business plan for the 10th time, and all the while, life is passing you by. Do you realize what you are doing? You are treating certainty like a prerequisite for action, and that is backward. Action is the prerequisite for certainty. You do not get clarity by thinking. You get clarity by doing. It is in the messy, uncomfortable, chaotic act of execution that the fog lifts. But you are trying to lift the fog before you even step into the arena. It doesn't work that way. It has never worked that way. So I am asking you right now, are you using your need to know as a shield? Are you protecting yourself from the possibility of looking foolish? Because let me tell you something that might sting. The world does not care about your potential. The world rewards action. Your potential is a debt you owe to yourself, and you are defaulting on that loan every single day you wait for certainty. You are not protecting your reputation by waiting. You are destroying your future. The only thing you are guaranteed to lose is time. And time is the one currency you cannot earn back. So identify that threshold, name it, and then ask yourself, what is it really going to cost me to stay here one more year? Now, I want you to clap your hands once loud. Do it. That was your wake-up call. Because I need you to hear this, and I need you to hear it deep in your bones. The right time does not exist. It never has, and it never will. This is not philosophy. This is physics. The universe is not conspiring to give you a green light. The market is not going to send you a handwritten invitation. Your competition is not going to step aside and say, please, after you. You are waiting for a moment that has never arrived for anyone in the history of human achievement. Think about the greatest breakthroughs you admire. Did they happen in perfect conditions? Absolutely not. They happened in chaos. They happened in uncertainty. They happened when the odds were stacked against the people who made them happen. And do you know why? Because those people understood a secret that you need to internalize right now. They didn't have a roadmap. They had a compass. They didn't know exactly where they were going to end up. They just knew the direction they needed to head. And they started moving. That is the distinction that separates the dreamers from the doers. You are telling yourself, I'm just being prudent. I'm just being strategic. I'm just waiting for the economy to improve, or for my savings to grow, or for my kids to get a little older. But let me flip the script on you. What if the timing is never right? Because the timing is always wrong. What if the obstacle is the path? What if the very conditions you are using as an excuse not to start are the conditions that will forge your greatest strength? When you wait for the perfect moment, you are not being wise. You are being a coward dressed in logic. And I say that with love because I have been there. We all have. It is so much easier to wait than to risk. But here is the brutal truth. The stars do not align for anyone. You align the stars through sheer, relentless, imperfect action. You take the step before you can see the ground. You make the call before you know what to say. You write the first page before you know how the story ends. So stop checking the weather. Stop analyzing the forecast. The forecast is always stormy. The question is the timing, right? The question is, am I willing to move anyway? Because the only right time is now. Not tomorrow, not next month, not when you feel ready. Now, I want every single person in this room to stand up right now. Come on, get on your feet now. Look around at the people standing with you. Keep your eyes open now. Raise your hand if you have ever set a goal and missed it. Be honest. Look at all those hands. Every single one of you. Now, here is the question that changes everything. When you missed that goal, what did you do? Did you quit? Did you tell yourself you weren't good enough? Did you shrink back into your comfortable little box and swear you would never try again? Most people do exactly that. And do you know why? Because they were obsessed with the outcome. They were so fixated on the finish line that they forgot the finish line is not the point. The point is who you become on the journey to get there. Let me draw a distinction that will set you free. There is a massive difference between being outcome focused and being direction focused. When you're outcome focused, you are terrified of failure because failure means you didn't get what you wanted. Your self-worth gets tied to the result. So you play it safe, you set easy goals, you aim low so you cannot miss, and you stay stuck in mediocrity forever. But when you are direction focused, everything changes. You understand that failure is not the opposite of success. It is a vital component of it. Failure is feedback. That is all it is. It is data. It is information telling you to adjust your approach, change your angle, or strengthen your weak spots. The master has failed more times than the beginner has even tried. The master does not fear the miss. The master fears not taking the shot at all. Think about a ship crossing the ocean. The captain sets a direction, but does the ship go in a perfectly straight line? No. The winds shift, the currents change, storms arise. The captain adjusts the sails, constantly veering left and right, correcting course over and over again. But the ship still reaches its destination. Why? Because the captain never lost sight of the direction, even when the outcome was uncertain. You do not need to see the entire staircase. You just need to see the first step. You do not need to know exactly how the story ends. You just need to know which way you are heading. When you shift your focus from the result to the trajectory, the pressure evaporates. The fear of failure loses its grip. You start moving, you start learning, you start growing, and eventually you look back and realize you have traveled further than you ever imagined possible. So stop obsessing over the destination. Fall in love with the direction. I want you to point at someone in this room right now. Go on, pick someone. Now, I want you to ask them this question out loud. What is one thing you could do in the next 5 minutes? Say it, ask them now, listen to their answer, because that answer right there is the key to unlocking everything we have been talking about. You see, your brain is a magnificent machine. It can analyze, calculate, strategize, and project into the future with incredible precision. But here is the problem. That same magnificent machine has a fatal flaw. When it faces something big, something unknown, something that triggers your need for certainty, it goes into overdrive. It starts spinning scenarios. It imagines every possible way things could go wrong. It replays past failures. It manufactures fear out of thin air. And what happens? You freeze. You get stuck in what I call analysis paralysis. You become so busy thinking about the task that you never actually start the task. But I have a weapon for you, a secret tool that will bypass that overprotective brain of yours and get you into action immediately. I call it the 5-minute rule, and here's how it works. When you are faced with something that terrifies you, something you have been avoiding, something that makes your stomach churn just thinking about it, I dare you to do it for just 5 minutes. That is it. 300 seconds. Do not commit to finishing it. Do not commit to doing it perfectly. Do not commit to doing it well. Commit only to starting it, because here is the science. Motion creates emotion. Your physiology drives your psychology. When you are sitting still, paralyzed by fear, your body is in a state of shutdown. Your breathing is shallow. Your shoulders are tense. Your brain is screaming danger. But the moment you take physical action, the moment your body moves, everything shifts. Your blood starts pumping, oxygen floods your brain, your chemistry changes. And suddenly, that mountain of a task does not look so insurmountable anymore. Try it right now. Think about that thing you've been avoiding. Now, what is the tiniest possible action you could take in the next 5 minutes? Make the call, write the first sentence, open the document, send the text, just start, because I promise you this. Once you start, momentum takes over. 5 minutes becomes 10. 10 becomes 20. And before you know it, you are in flow. The fear is gone. The certainty you craved has been replaced by the confidence that comes from action. You do not think your way out of fear. You act your way out. So stop analyzing, stop planning, stop planning. Just 5 minutes. That is all I am asking. Do it now. I want everyone in this room to take a deep breath with me. Breathe in, hold it. Now, I want you to shout these words as loud as you possibly can. Ready? On the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, I choose the uncertain. Louder. One more time, I choose the uncertain. Do you feel that? Do you feel the energy surging through your body right now? That is the feeling of breaking free. That is the feeling of stepping out of the prison of predictability. And I want you to hold on to that feeling because this is the ultimate key. This is the master key that unlocks every door you have been banging your head against. You see, certainty is not something you find. It is something you build a tolerance for. It is a muscle, and like any muscle, it atrophies if you do not use it. Most of you have spent your entire lives avoiding uncertainty. You have built your whole existence around comfort. You have created routines, habits, and patterns designed to eliminate surprise. And in doing so, you have made yourself fragile. You have made yourself weak because the moment life throws you a curveball and you crumble. You panic, you freeze, you run back to what is safe. But what if you flip the script? What if you woke up every single morning and made uncertainty your ally? What if you actively sought out discomfort? What if you did something that scared you before you even had breakfast? Send the email that terrifies you. Make the call you have been dreading. Write the first page of that book. Approach the person you have been too afraid to talk to. Start the conversation you know you need to have. Do it early. Do it often. Do it until the fear loses its power over you. Because here is the secret that the most successful, most fulfilled people on this planet understand. The person who does not need to know how it ends is the person who gets to write the ending. When you stop demanding guarantees, you become unstoppable. When you embrace the unknown, you become adaptable. When you build a tolerance for uncertainty, you become unshakable. Life can throw anything at you and you will not break. You will bend. You will adjust. You will find a way because you have trained yourself to thrive in chaos rather than crumble in it. So I am issuing you a challenge right now. Starting tomorrow morning, commit to one act of uncertainty every single day. Just one. It does not have to be huge. It just has to be uncomfortable. Build that muscle, strengthen that tolerance, and watch what happens. Watch your world expand. Watch your opportunities multiply. Watch your fear shrink. Because the only thing standing between you and everything you want is your unwillingness to step into the unknown. So step now, step daily, and never look back.